Everybody knows it is what?
John
John what?
3:16. Woo.
Yeah, but nobody knows, not many know or understand John 3:17 through 21. Like,
Yeah.
that blows things out of the water.
We stand condemned already.
Yeah,
right?
and it's the light come down into the world, right?
Yeah.
This is the judgment. The light came out in the world, but we hate the light and we love darkness.
It was a surprise.
Hi, Hogan. Hi, folks.
So in paragraph 3 here, it says the elect infants dying in infancy are regenerated and saved. So does that mean there are some infants that are non-elect?
I would say he's a good God. He saves who he wants to save. So you kind of have to deal with that.
So you would say yes then?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay.
But I don't know that.
And it says everyone who does wicked things, who would that be? That would be everyone. For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, right? Everyone who does wicked things hates the light and does not come to the light, lest his work should be exposed. Like we hate light, and you don't have enough gumption in you to love something you actually hate or to hate something that you actually love. You don't have the grit in you. I had a guy, come to my house one time, bringing up this text to me. And I went and I got some kale from the refrigerator and I asked him if he liked kale. And he played, college football. He went to the NFL for a little bit. Big dude. And I gave him some raw kale. He's like, never ate it. And I said, take a bite. And he took a bite and he swallowed it. And he's like, ugh, it's bitter. I was like, you want some water? And so I went and got him some water. And he's like, ugh, that was nasty. I said, you didn't like that? He's like, no. I said, well, here, eat the rest of it. And it was a handful of it. He goes, what do you mean? I'm not eating that. I said, no, just choose to love it. Just choose to love it and eat it.
Right.
Like you can't choose to love something you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Chassis Lifestyle. Today we're making some really good and juicy kale.
Hate. And so that's the thing, what you're talking about there. By nature, we're children of wrath. We do what our cravings want by our nature. And so we won't come to the light. But then it says in John 3:21, it says, but if anyone does what is true and comes to the light, it should be obvious that was a work carried out in God, that God did a miracle in your heart, 21. It says, but if anyone does what is true and comes to the light, it should be obvious that was a work carried out in God, that God did a miracle in your heart, That's just the outworking of what a changed heart does. God takes out your heart of stone and gives you a heart of flesh and makes you obey him with the Spirit.
Okay, so there's
makes you obey him with the Spirit.
Okay, so there's
makes you obey him with the Spirit.
Okay, so there's
21. It says, but if anyone does what is true and comes to the light, it should be obvious that was a work carried out in God, that God did a miracle in your heart, So just adding to what you were saying, that we do the desires of the body and of the mind by